Hi, it's Katrina. Happy belated New Year holidays. Hope everyone had a wonderful time off. And this is week 4, discussion 1. So I'll get right to it. So if I were a sex researcher today, what topic would I want to explore was one of the questions. So there were a ton of topics to choose from. I thought I would personally be interested in the lack of commitment and explore more in the online sexual hookups. These would be sites such as Plenty of Fish or Zook, where typically they're non-committal relationships instead of more of the like eHarmony or Christian Mingle, which are more directed towards finding your soulmate. So the American Psychological Association defines sexual hookups providing the allure of sex without any strings attached. Despite their increasing sociable acceptability, researchers suggest that sexual hookups may leave more strings attached than participants might first assume. So there are a few um, specifics I think would like to understand and obtain more insight. So some of the followings would be like the effect and expectation outlook on the commitment or longevity of the sexual relationship. So would this be any sort of interest building relationship or just more of a regular booty call? Or would it truly be just a one night stand or possible multiple one night, quote unquote, one night stands, maybe with that same person, or a preferred selection of many individuals? I also want to look at the stats on the physical and emotional connection, or maybe any inability to connect before, during, or after any sexual relations. And so, other than the sex of it, what is the primary attraction or the pull towards the search for an online hookup, say for someone in the age group of 35 and older? Typically, that's when individuals are looking for something more solid, more stable. Any concerns about sexually transmitted diseases? Or is this more of an unspoken rule or an understanding for this part of the transaction? Um, so, in my opinion, are there any issues or topics in sex research that I should not, or I believe should not, be studied, and why? So, I generally wouldn't say there are any topics that shouldn't be studied. There's always something that we can learn in doing so. When it comes to funding, I do personally feel there are some topics um, that are not worth the investment or the in-depth measure of the research. So these would be areas in which I believe the money contributed would be much better spent investing in therapy expenses versus more like the research side of it. So these areas would be paraphilias, such paraphilias as like necrophilia, which is having relationship sexual relations with a dead corpse. It could be either human or animal, nevertheless, so not with a heartbeat. Urophilia, which is urinating during sex in either someone's mouth or on their face, which is also known as the golden shower. There's also emetophilia, which is becoming sexually aroused from someone vomiting or watching another person vomiting. So this is also has a AKA name, the Roman shower. So there is coprophilia, which is sexually aroused associated from being part of defecating or watching another defecate. Wow. So these are issues that are not typically of the norm. You don't see these in romance novels or in sex scenes at the movies, and they would be more disgusting turn off to majority of society. Not to mention, each of these paraphilias include a sort of a biocontamination, or at the very least, a health concern in itself. So, in my opinion, understanding the bottom line for the reason through therapy sessions would be better, and I think so much more suited for the individual versus research of any of the one topics of these acts in itself. And so I've included some of the links for more information if you wanted to know more about the sexual disorders, but so that's all I have. Well, thank you, and everybody have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.